Ross, welcome to Kersel.
You legend.
Most beautiful.
Thanks, mate. Have a good day. Thanks for the directions. Dominica is a small island nation sat between Martinique and Guadeloupe in the eastern Caribbean. It's got a population of just under 80,000 people and is nicknamed the Nature Island. In early 2019, I got to Dominica by boat, which dropped me in the small and picturesque capital of Rosalie. But this wasn't just a one-off visit to Dominica, this was part of a larger 2-month trip throughout the eastern Caribbean. Now, one thing which struck me in particular was the Scottish connection throughout the Caribbean. So when I was in Dominica, I was keen to see if there are any Scottish links. Scott's Head in the south and Castle Bruce in the east caught my eye. However, although both places are beautiful, their connections to Scotland are tenuous. One thing which did catch my eye, though, were the number of Celtic crosses and Celtic names in graveyards throughout the country, which hints towards the amount of Scots which would have lived and died in Dominica. Scottish links aside, one of my days on the island was spent in the Kalinago Territory, home to Dominica's indigenous population. Music and dance is a big part of Kalinago heritage, so long story short, I ended up playing the bagpipes in one of their heritage centres. More importantly though, I got a great insight into the history of the Kalinago community, and it's truly a story of resistance and resilience. Initially, the island was called Waitukubuli by the Kalinago people. But in 1493, Columbus arrived, renamed it Dominica, and the name stuck. The Kalinago resisted the Spanish, but over the years lost most of the island to the British and French, who battled for territory and introduced a significant West African population. In modern-day Dominica, the influences of all these cultures are very much still evident. English is the national language, however, Creole, a type of French Creole, is spoken in most households. Unfortunately, many Kalinago say they can't speak any of the native tongue. However, the language still lives on in many words and village names throughout Dominica. Thanks to the resilience of the Kalinago community, around 3,000 Kalinago people still live in Dominica, making them the last remaining indigenous people in the Eastern Caribbean. Aside from the cultural and historical aspects, Dominica is a great adventure travel hotspot if you're into things like hiking, diving, and general physical outdoorsy stuff. There's loads of eco-lodges dotting the island, and there's some great waterfall hikes too. Today I'm heading to Victoria Falls, which involves a sweaty walk through the jungle, and then an even longer walk up a river. It's also got its own resident pod of sperm whales, which you can actually swim with. Permits are needed, and they're pricey, but apparently it's worth every penny. This morning I'm piping in Grand Ford Primary School, which is on the east coast of Dominica. But first we're going to meet the principal and get the A-OK so I can pipe as the kids arrive. Morning everyone! This is going to be super loud. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And what do you do when you hear a loud noise?
Scream.
That's fair, you can scream. You can also put your fingers in your ears or cover your ears.